Lessons learned as a woman of God working in a toxic work environment. I can bear fruit in a barren place. My barren place is my birthplace. I'm called to be peculiar, not popular. It's not easy to be salt in a land full of people who love sugar, even to their own detriment or death. I can't force myself to fit in an environment that will fracture my faith and dismantle my character. Being distinguished causes division, even if it's not intentional. 1 Peter 2:9 in the Amplified Version says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light." I was never created to conform to an environment of people that hate the God that I serve with their words, actions, and deeds. I should aim to conform to the image of Christ, not Satan. Romans 8:29 in the Amplified Version says, "For those whom he foreknew and loved and chose beforehand, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son and ultimately share in his complete sanctification, so that he would be the firstborn, the most beloved and honored among many believers." Fighting for the approval or acceptance of people who hate your God is by definition a people pleaser and a form of idolatry. Galatians 1:10 in the Amplified Version says, "Am I now trying to win the favor and approval of men or of God? Or am I seeking to please someone? If I were still trying to be popular with men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ." Sometimes the same people clapping for you will be the same people behind closed doors conspiring for your downfall. Some of the hands of the people that Jesus created were the same hands that killed him. He died at the hands of his own creation that once cheered him upon his arrival and yelled, "Crucify him," upon his departure from earth. The hands that crowned Jesus with thorns witnessed him being crowned with the glory of God. Just because it's popular doesn't mean that God is pleased. In all things, let your words, actions, and deeds be a mirror of Christ. Sometimes the quietest person in the room makes the most noise and is wise, and the loudest person in the room can be a distraction. In all things, use wisdom and discernment. Know when to speak and know when to remain silent. Proverbs 29:11 states, "A fool vents all his feelings, but a wise man holds them back." God is more interested in your character and integrity than clicks, views, and likes. Compromise and coward behavior is a sign of a heart that is not fully surrendered to God. People often attempt to kill what they don't know, understand, or feel threatened and intimidated by. You are controversial when you don't compromise and your calling makes people uncomfortable. People don't like truth tellers. You're deemed as problematic and non-compliant when you choose to stand for what is morally and biblically right while others bend a knee. Your calling is for you to answer, not for people to understand. Your desire should be to be crowned courageous, not a coward. I can't be crowned with God's glory and have the heart of a coward. Revelation 21:8 promises us that hell awaits the life of cowards, the unbelieving, and those who reject Christ by living a life full of sin. Your opinion of me doesn't override what God said about me. My God, who has the ability to destroy my soul, holds more weight than a man or woman who has the ability to destroy my reputation or my body. Other people's false narratives and preconceived notions of you shouldn't eradicate your value, worth, or significance because you're secure in your identity. God never authorized people to be the editor of the books that he has written about you that they know nothing about. God doesn't need an editor when he's the author and publisher of your work. If he needed other people's input or expertise on your books, it would have been warranted. Never allow your loyalty or love to override your discernment about someone. The Holy Spirit never lies. In order for God to expand your territory, he must expand your capacity for stewardship. Some people are imitated by your greatness. It's not that you're better than them. They just can't help the fact that God is the essence of your dopeness. Nia Nicole.